I have a Drapefit unboxing for us today. I'm really excited that this is going to be our first video back from vacation, and I miss y'all so much. I hope there wasn't too much of an interruption. I tried to plan out some videos for in between, but it was a little bit tricky because I have been gone for a month. So Drapefit has been one that we have had some mixed results with. Our last box, I loved a whole bunch of the tops, but I ended up picking just one that, even though it wasn't perfect for me, I loved it dyed. So I decided to go for that one, even though it took a little bit of work. Sometimes things just need a little bit of tweaking, which can be with clothes needing tailoring, or that one. I loved the fit. I loved the texture. I just wasn't in love with the pattern. So to get started, we've got our bag for our returns. We've got our welcome information, and our little letter is going to be in here. So if you don't like spoilers, don't open it up just yet. And they'll tell you some of your styling ideas. So they do include a few details about what's in your box when they do their little letter. So just scanning it super quick. I am noticing, like I mentioned, I'm not sure if I mentioned it last time. I know I mentioned it the time before. I said no sleeveless and no low cut things. I did see both sleeveless and cold shoulder in there, so I'm a little bit wary about that one. A quick scan of just the sizes looks like most of my sizes are going to be at least more correct, if not correct. Some of them are now swinging to the other side and are a little bit too big, but we'll see how the actual fit looks once we get it open. There's one thing that they do very well. It's always wrapped super beautifully, like a little present. So let's see what we got inside. Woo! Oh, I see a lot of brights. None of the neutrals that I requested just yet, but let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, I think this was one that I was concerned about. Yep, this one's a 14-16 and a 1X, which is not my size that I have in my profile. And it is a very dainty cold shoulder top, so not something I would typically wear either. And you need something under it, like conflicting flower patterns here. You can see completely through it. It is not just like a little bit sheer. It is made to be worn with other things. But I could see it looking really cute on somebody. It's decently made. It is from the Toto collection. And let me look her up quick. It is $29.99. So not one for me. It is at least a size too big, if not a little bit more, because it is made pretty flowy. But we'll set her aside and I'll put her in my bag. Next up, I can't even tell what this is. It's got a funny texture to it. Oh, it's the sleeveless dress. So it's got like a stretch cotton feel, maybe, by London Times. It is a size 14. And I like that it's more of a floral, but it is back to that paisley I said I absolutely abhor. And not quite my colors. It's kind of cute. One of those that I could see somebody else rocking it, like maybe with like a little white jacket. But it is pretty short on me. It'd be above my knees. Like, accounting for curves, it's above my knees. It might be about knee length if you are more similarly sized straight down. I do like that the neckline is up a bit higher, but it is also a sleeveless. And it is a casual dress for $29.99. We're gonna have real similar pieces. Looks like everything's about $30 today. Every single piece. So, a not for me piece. Oh, this one's pretty cute. It is a sleeveless piece again. Okay. Culture code. It's a 1X. So again, I told him I was a large, and if it runs small, an extra large. But I got another 1X. So this one's going to be far too big for me. But I do like the details, and it is pretty cute. So I will try this on, and if it looks like it might work in another size, it might be a good one for layering. But as is, it's really big. So we'll try it on just for the sake of trying her on, probably. Next up, I have a yellow top, very interesting. And this one's just a 14. This one's really pretty. I like the placket, though it's not one that closes completely, and it's got a nice little tie on it. And I'll try this one on too. I like the sleeves a bit. And it looks a bit like the sleeve like I have on, where it's not quite full length. Makes a perfect little elbow. I love that. Which would be really bright and summery. I don't typically wear a ton of bright colors, but it's pretty cute. So we'll see how this part kind of lands, because I don't like anything that gets fairly low. And next up, we have a pair of skinny jeans. Oh boy, yeah, all right. And they are in the 14. And you know, I specifically said the only large, like only extra larges I usually wear are pants. So those ones I tend to wear bigger. I tend to wear a 16 to 18 in bottoms, and then about a 14 on top. But these are interesting. They are like that banana cream color. They are not a high rise, which I do have stated is all I wear if it's pants, because I don't wear pants. But I could see giving them a try. They seem kind of cute. And that is everything for our box. And like I said, everything is listed at about $30. So short of the yellow top, which was $28.90, is $29. So basically everything is 30 bucks. So let's try some things on. Okay, so I'm kind of changed my mind a little bit on this one. I really like it with this skirt. So it's at a good height in the back. Ignore my little mess. I just got back yesterday at 3 in the morning, so things are a little chaotic. But with this white skirt, I really love it. My partner was telling me I need brown, like little brown shoes with it. I don't have little brown shoes, but I could see that, and I need some now. I would probably just wear my brown boots. I've got brown boots. I just don't have like brown sandals, but they're like summer vibes, and I don't have those, but I could see them, and I could see getting some. So they're really cute. The sleeve length is as described. Okay, that's slightly longer where my elbow is here, which I love to pull just above the elbow to blouse it out just a tiny bit. I like this one a lot. And this one was the extra large, and I think that's fairly true to size. It might even run slightly small because I typically wear a large. Yeah, I really like it. I really like it. Lengthwise, it is nice if you want to wear it with a different bottoms. I was going to see if I could find my denim shorts, but I could not find my denim shorts. But it is a good length. It's got like that uptick to it, but it is plenty long. Got that booty coverage if you prefer the booty coverage as well. And I think you could do a couple looks with it. I could see a few different people wearing it. I like it. I'm not sure about belting above. I don't think so. I think tucked in with the skirt is kind of my go-to. And the notch isn't bad. It does stay tied, and it fits very nicely. It's cut very well. I'm pretty happy with this one. It's cool and comfy, and you can't see through it. The placket is really subtle, and so far I like this one. So this is the one that is too large, and it is very much too large on me. A couple inches on each side could be taken in. The detail's really pretty though. I don't like that you can see through it. It's not back, so you need to wear something under it. But as a layering piece, again, as a layering piece in a size that fits, this would ideally not have this much underarm space. But I like the details. I like the faux ruffling here. And I think it would look very cute with a whole host of skirts. I know this is going to bother some people because I belt my belt on different ways each time. But I think it's pretty cute. It has the little peekaboo neck hole. It goes fairly far down on this size, but that might be a size thing. This feels like it could potentially be more of a mock neck, so that worries me a bit about getting it resized, as I don't know what size to go for. Should I size down 1? Should I size down 2? Does it wear large? And I should size down much more. I do typically really love very high necklines. I love them, and I like the detail a lot. I think that's not the kind of change that I would be against making if it otherwise fit well, would be to put like a little backing on here. I like it so far. All right, so we have our final breakdown, but when I went to check out online, I hit a little quirk. So I'll tell you what I have first, and then we'll talk about that. So like we talked about earlier, everything is about $30. Everything was either $28.99, $28.50, $29.99, $28.90, $29.99. Okay, 30 bucks each. Okay, so subtotal wise, if you got every piece, it'd be $146.37. So 146-ish. Okay, almost 150. You do get a discount here if you purchase all items. You get a 25% off discount. So in this case, it would be $36.59, bringing your order subtotal, if you got everything with these 5 pieces, to $109.78. And then your sales tax would come off of that number. So I've got 5% sales tax, so it's $5.99. So if I kept everything in here, it'd be $115.77. So that's something to keep in mind, that similar to some other companies, they do that as well. One quirk. When I went to check out, one of the blouses was not listed on my, hey, how was the fit? How did the style? How did the size go? It wasn't listed. Don't really know where to go with that. I clicked through to see if it went to the next page, and it wasn't on my checkout bill when it was like which pieces I was going to keep and which ones I was going to return. I decided to keep the yellow top. I love it. I got the info for the blue top because I like it, but I'm worried about messing around with sizes, and I think I'm going to shelve that idea for right now. I like it, but I don't $30 like it if it doesn't fit well, and I don't know what size I need, because when I held it out in front of me, it was really big. It needs to take off about 4 inches off of each side. Maybe 3 inches off each side if you wanted to keep it flowy. So I wasn't sure, do I need the large in that one? Can I go down to just an extra large? Does it come in straight sizes because it was listed as a plus size? And that's kind of one of the tricky parts about being on this like weird bridge of sometimes I'm on the larger side of straight sizing, and sometimes I'm on the small side of plus size sizing, and a little bit of weird body type. That's okay. So I reached out to support, and I'll let you know what they say. Hopefully here, something. I'll comment it in here. About what I should do with this top, because it wasn't listed on either one. I packed it in there, but I didn't seal up the package just in case. They're like, don't send it back to me. I've only had that happen once, not with this company, with one other company. They're like, hey, we actually don't stock that this season anymore. You are free to keep it, donate it, do what you want with it. I think that was Stitch Fit. Stitch Fix, yeah. And I ended up just donating the piece, and because it was really beautiful, but it just wasn't. I think that one in particular, it wasn't my size, and I couldn't exchange it at that point. Stitch Fix was pretty good with size exchanges as long as you knew what you wanted. I hated them for pants because pants and I do not get along. We don't get along. It's all right. We don't get along. All right. That's all I have for y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and I love you so much. Okay. Bye. So we got to figure it out, but it was not a quick and easy fix, so I did want to just kind of say so, because it wasn't something I could just be like, oh yeah, they said this, or yeah, this, that. It was about a week of going back and forth and like, well, what do I do with this? And then they would give me like partial instructions. They're like, yeah, we'll do this. But I had no idea what it was. I was like, where do I find that? And then a day later they would respond. So it was a lot of kind of bouncing around and saying like, where does this go? How does this work? Where do I find that? Like, how do I do so? And it ended with just like taking a picture of the tag and send it back, and I didn't have to do anything extra because I wasn't keeping the piece. So that was it, I guess. There was a bit of running around, and I think I'm going to either take a long break or maybe not continue with the Drapefit, because it was not where I'm at style wise or fit wise, and this whole rigmarole was a little bit much. So yeah, I really love the yellow top. I think it turned out really cute. I think there are like some pieces here and there that really worked for me, but overall as a styling service, I don't think it's the one for me. So yeah, that's what I've got for that. If it works for you, and I hope it does, I think it's great as a better budget option. It was a lot more budget friendly than some of the other options, but I don't think it's the one for me, at least for right now. And we'll see if in the future we come back to it, and if not, yeah, I think we had fun.